that thing beats up my little pool. So it's home. Cub Cadet. Read what it says. 50-inch Cub Cadet Enduro Series XT1 LT50. So I gotta look at, okay. I was trying to figure out how to get that off. Didn't know. Okay. Looks good. Probably overkill for what I want to do, but it helps. Got thick grass out here, so I know y'all can't see this. I let it grow. Just so I can put this thing to the test. Y'all don't see how thick this grass is, but it's thick. It's hard to cut with a regular push mower, man. When it gets damp, it's over. And I don't know how much this grass, this yard go back pretty deep, but it goes back pretty deep back here from my house here. You know, let's take a walk on this thing. Got my push mower under there. I just keep it under. I don't have no building for it, so just keep it covered. If I walk from here, I was kind of thinking that was going to be overkill for the 50-inch, but I think it's going to make cutting grass more doable without taking me an hour and a half to hour and 45 minutes. But if I walk from here, walk up to these trees back here, and before I walk that far, y'all see the texture of this grass changes in this little patch here. It's a circular patch with different texture of grass here. It feels like carpet right there. I walk out this yard. I push mow all of this. Well, I was till I got the Cub Cadet. So all the way here. So if I turn around and I look at the yard from the house, it's a good little distance. See? So it may not be overkill, but whether it is or not, I got it. And it's paid for, cash money. They offer financing and stuff. I just didn't go through all that. I want to shake hands and leave and have a quick interaction with the store, which I bought it from the Tractor Supply store. And I think that's going to be my one-stop shop for my blades and all that stuff. They seem to have a good supply of everything going on. But this grass it'll beat you. It will beat you. I usually do it when the sun is kind of going down a little bit, but I got to get a little side over here, about 8 feet off of this side I got to cut. And the front yard it's a little something, but it's all right. I got to do something with this bush. You see all them trees growing up. Then I had to keep those trimmed down around there. So I'll talk a little bit more about why I got the Cub Cadet and got the size I got. But let me test this thing out a little bit. How about that? think I want to drop it just a little bit more. Just a little bit up under that 3, about right there. See what I get. But it's cutting good over there in that deep part right there. That's the deepest part of the grass on that side of the house. I don't know what it is, but that thing beats up my little push mower. And I'm so glad to have this thing, man. I'm going to talk to y'all a little bit more about this. Let me do a little bit of cutting. I think this is a nice place to talk about this thing right here. First thing I got to say is, hey, yo, man, I love this thing. I love it. It changed my life, man. Look, I'm serious. Look at this grass, man. I walked this grass a little bit for y'all so y'all can see the depth and from the size of my yard to the house, a little bit of the front of the yard, sides, how thick that is over there. It made it pleasant to cut the grass. And I'm gonna be honest with you, it did. I need to take this tag outside. That's your price, though. Picked it up from the tractor supply store. I paid cash money. I didn't finance or anything like that. Thank God I was able to do that and be done with it, because I just ain't got time for it. Some of y'all guys that deal with a lot of credit probably would look at me and say, man, you're nuts for not. But I don't want to be married to nobody on something like this. I want to go ahead and do what I got to do and keep it moving. And so I've heard a lot of things from, of course, I did a lot of research on this. Some people would have said the 50-inch was probably a little overkill for what I'm doing. But I wanted to get that reinforced deck down there. That's like an upgrade. When you come to the 50-inch, they don't have that. They have that stamped deck. So I wanted something a little more, it's going to last me a little longer. Also, I like the idea of power. 24 horsepower, the Kohler 7000 series. I like the idea of that, the extra push. Although it wasn't that much power over the 46-inch, but this is an upgrade on the deck, so I just went on and pulled a plug for that extra. I think this was probably 400 or so more than the 46-inch. And also, man, I heard people crying about the reverse. I'm like, what in the world are you crying? Okay, now we done got so spoiled we can't mash a button. I mean, I didn't have to hold this. I put it in the reverse and forward position, where don't kill my kid position, and mash the button, and I rode the whole time. It's not like it times out, cuts off. Only time it cuts off is when you get off of the thing. And so that wasn't a problem. That wasn't a problem for me at all. I don't know what the whining is about. I mean, the spoiled boy. Let me move on. It's ridiculous. So, and if you're a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, man, you got to have one of these in your life. I mean, it screams Pittsburgh Steelers with the color. I like this more, and like I said, I heard a lot of commentary about this thing, and it's such an easy thing to learn how to ride. I felt like I had to drop it a little bit below, because it was just a notch above the 3-inch. So I dropped it just a notch below the 3-inch, and I think that's about where I want to be. I don't want to cut it too deep, because dog, I cut it too deep, I'd never be out here cutting grass, and I want to enjoy cutting grass without a hassle, you know. But this is very nice. And I noticed something, that I was over here, I couldn't get it to start. Well, I hadn't dropped the doggone, had the blaze engaged so it wouldn't turn on. So I had to turn that off, and then it fired right up. But trial and error, stupid senior moment, or whatever you want to call it. But it fired right up. I didn't feel like nothing was wrong with it. I just felt like I was doing something stupid. And I noticed one guy, he was doing some maintenance on one of these, and that was such a satisfying video. I mean, he went through everything. He was trying to figure out what's wrong with it. He checked the spark plugs, he checked the filter, he took the carburetor off and cleaned it, just to ultimately come back to this, got to the filter and noticed there was some stuff in it. And he took the tank and opened it up, and some debris got into the tank. That taught me a lot. You know, wait till the dust settles before you put more gas or add gas to it. You know, like we be cutting grass and the dust be up in the sky, and we pop that cap off to try to hurry up, put some gas in to finish the job. Nah, let that dust settle, man. You don't want that debris getting inside of your tank. What that guy went through, this is what it was clogging up the filter, and he would run it for a little while until it would cut off after it runs a little while, because the fuel wasn't getting into the engine fast enough, because it, you know, the filter wasn't allowing that much gas to come through because it was clogging up. I'm not a engine repair guy. I'm just basing it on, like, you know, just common sense kind of thing. And I like this more, man. And I looked at the do's and don'ts, and I think if we keep our stuff clean, maintain, and act like we care something about it. Now, I also call some of these people the teacher don't like me syndrome. And they got teacher don't like me syndrome. And what that is for me is, you know how your kids will come home and say, well, the teacher, I'm getting in trouble in school because the teacher just don't like me. And you know what that means. The kids, I ask them all the time, you know, oh, you just sitting there doing everything you told to do, not bothering nobody, not being disruptive in class, and the teacher just picking on you, right? So, with that being said, when I say people that review these mowers, they got teacher don't like me syndrome, meaning that they always act as if they haven't done nothing wrong, they haven't abused the equipment, they've done everything they were supposed to do, and the thing just started breaking down and tearing up on them. And I find that hard to believe. And I think some people, if you like John Deere, fine. You know, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but you ain't got to crap all over other things because, you know, you want to patronize something else. Anything is liable of breaking down. I used to work, I worked for a company where we made car batteries. And some of those car batteries, brand new, could be defaulted. They could be defaulted. They send them back. We have to get them a new one or whatever the case may be. Stuff can be defaulted, you know. So, you know, an employee had a wild night of partying and and just made a mess of everything when he came to work, hungover. Who knows? Who knows what happened? But like I said, the thing is solid as far as I'm concerned. This is my first riding mower that I ever bought. Not the first mower I ever rode, but the first mower I ever bought. And it came up, it was $279.9. I think I paid just a hair over $3,000, like $3,008 or something like this after tax and stuff. So I'm kind of done with it. And I was looking at the Craftsman, originally the 46-inch, but this is what kind of got me to thinking. I said, I kind of like the LED lights, and it's not a lot of headlight space in it that would cause a lot of dust and debris to get in it. The other ones were bigger on those, and they was talking about they had to clean them out because they was getting dust and debris behind the lens. You got to pop them out, and I don't want to get into all of that. So a couple of upgrades I see coming. Couple of upgrades that I want to do right off the gate. One I don't hear many people talk about, but I'm doing it. Not the crash bar in the front. Of course, you know I'm gonna do that. But I want to get these armrests. These holes are pre-drilled out, tapped out, and the thread is in there and everything. So all I got to do is get the armrest. I want to get that. Get the armrest, little joint on the front, the little crash bar on the front, and man, start having fun with this thing. I hate I ain't got no more grass to cut. Golly, this thing was so much fun, and it was just, listen, where they say this thing blows that grass far and way off, it does. I'm gonna show y'all what it did to my old car out here. Check this out. When I tried to cut this little piece of grass, I had to quit because it was about to stain the whole side of my little town car up. Now look how this grass look. Oh, now I could have a cookout and have people back here. And you can tell those blades are fresh because you can see how the grass blades are cut smooth. But if you look at the side of this car, I stopped right here because it was throwing, look at the grass. Look at grass out there. So yeah, and this grass is a little bit different texture than this over here. So I imagine they sowed some grass in these spots at this house before I ever came out here. Deck needs to be rebuilt. But very nice, man, very lovely, and just make you want to come out here and play. But that thing sure enough kicks. That grass, I mean, it throws it. It throws it. And I love it. I love it. I love the power. I love the strength of it. It's faster than you think because you can kind of feather the pedal thinking, or you don't want it to jerk out away from you. But if you go ahead and floor it, it'll get up and go on you. And some of y'all that might be lead foot that's got rocky land, you probably tearing up your deck and a whole lot of stuff riding hard. If you got bumpy terrain and stuff like that in your yard, hey man, ease up on the pedal and you might not shake the life out of your equipment. But like I said, I'm not very experienced with mowers. A lot of you guys, I mean, I'm learning from y'all too. I'm just giving my perspective, but a lot of stuff that I'm understanding about this mower, I've obsessively watched videos on how to operate, do's and don'ts, the quirks of this equipment, the quirks of most riding lawnmowers. If you don't do this, if you don't do that. So I've done that and listened to you all, and I'm gonna still continue to look at your videos, learn more, and try to be more efficient and be able to keep this equipment up as best that I can. You can notice I don't have a building out here, so I'm about a cover for it. Right now I just got a tarp to cover it up, but I'm about a cover for it and lock it down that way. And another thing that I want to do is I'm gonna get a lift for this mower because I'm not gonna be the one pulling that deck out there. I'm just not doing it. I'm not that guy. I'm just not that guy. I'm gonna lift it up off the ground and work on it like that, and because this one has, and that was another thing from the 46 to the 50 inch. This one has 3 blades on it, and the other one had 2. I don't know, but I figured 3 blades are better than 2. Okay, and definitely 3 blades are better than 1. Might be more costly to replace, but I eat that. Because mine probably would last longer because, as you can see, I don't have a lot of dirt and rocks in my yard. It's just plain grass. It's not, I'm not shooting rocks and running over lead pipes and all kind of stuff that, some people probably have to wrestle with on certain kind of lawns. Depending, you have a farm, you have, you're working on equipment, metal and stuff be laying around, you might have to change blades and stuff like that more than I ever would. But I really like this, man. I'm excited. I was supposed to be on a motorcycle ride. I told them guys, look, y'all gonna have to give me a little minute because I'm getting a delivery they brought it in time enough for me to get with those guys on time, but I said, nah, I gotta test this bad boy out before I get out there with the guys, and which I did, man. And like I say, man, this is a birthday gift for me, I guess. I mean, I can say that. I can justify it that way and say I got myself something for my birthday. My birthday was August the 9th. It's August the 24th, so I can brainwash myself into thinking that this was a gift to myself, which, you know, I don't have to gift myself. I do what I want to do. So pretty nice. I saw one Cub Cadet. This sticker was on offset. It was like crooked. Your boy was like, dang, do I have to, what I got to do to get a sticker put on straight? So thank God mine wasn't on crooked. And mine came all assembled, as you could see at the beginning of this video. Everything was assembled. And man, there wasn't no gas in it, just enough for them. They kept a squirt in the bottom of the tank. And just now when they came, I filled it. I put about that much gas in it, like halfway. But, you know, about right in here. And that's all I used to cut most of this grass, which I'm not going to keep much gas in it anyway. So when I put it up for the winter, I want to, or for whenever we stop cutting grass, I want it to run all the way, just about run out to a stop, so the gas ain't sitting in the carburetor and have problems with that. So, and then I also use gas without any ethanol in it, ethanol-free gas. I got that from the Shell gas station. I really don't know too many people that carry it, but they do. So I went there. It's more expensive, but this costs a lot of money, and I want to extend the life of it so I can keep it as long as I possibly can. And it's very nice, man. And like I said, this was fun to get. It was really fun to get, and it wasn't only fun, it was necessary. It was necessary. This was something I needed. And if I skipped over the reason why I got it before, or additional reasons, we had a good little drought for about a month where it wasn't raining at all and the grass was burning. I mean, with nobody cutting grass or nothing. But when it started raining, it didn't stop. And I just was out here looking out the window at the mercy of the weather, watching this grass just grow with all this new monsoon coming through here. And then after that, when I was able to get outside and far as get my little push mower up under there in here, I started cutting grass, and I mean, I took a beating. I would cut like a strip and it's clogged up. I had to flip the lawnmower over, dig all the grass out, and cut another strip. It cut off again. I mean, it was a nightmare. It took me forever to do this yard. And I said, man, that was the turning point for me. I said, man, I'm tired of fighting this moist grass out here. I said, I'm finna go ahead and get this riding mower. I started researching. And here we go. Introducing, ladies and gentlemen, the Cub Cadet. Hashtag Cub USA. This is your 50-inch Cub Cadet Enduro Series XT1 LT50. 24 horsepower, 725cc Kohler engine riding lawnmower. I did not do that. I did that. So if you got the bread, just go ahead and rip the Band-Aid off and be done with it, okay? I'm out. Let the drum roll, please. Peace.